Hey, Survivor. Welcome to episode 34 of the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Today, we're going to connect the dots between your boundaries and narratives that you've likely been served for most of your life. Growing up in a narcissistic family, I know the struggle is real when it comes to these shame-based, image-promoting, outdated narratives and your tolerance of narcissistic abuse and other toxic behaviors in relationships. That's why I'm highlighting 7 of these narratives so you can erect narc-proof boundaries and change the trajectory of your family history. So, if you're ready to shake your family tree, grab a paper and pen and let's dig in. Hey, Survivor. Welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Lesley. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you. Have you signed up to become a Vibrant Survivor Insider? Click the link in the show notes to join. I remember growing up and witnessing narcissistic and toxic behavioral dynamics in my family of origin. And it didn't sit well with me at all. Even as an observant, intelligent young child, I succumbed to stern warnings to not put our business out in the street or to discuss this matter outside of our family. Can you relate, Survivor? I knew something was off when I was told and sold these 7 boundary-busting narratives. Number 1, that's nobody's business. This is isolating in nature. It reinforces your silence about what's really going on behind closed doors. And it's not like you're keeping a secret award-winning recipe under wraps, Survivor. It's abuse we're talking about here. Number 2, we're family. We've got to stick together. This blurs boundaries and it promotes the tolerance of toxicity in a way that suggests that the average of everyone's behavior should be good enough for you to function. And you may or may not be functioning. You may be just barely surviving, white-knuckling it, or really hurting on a deeper level and really wanting and needing help from outside resources. But this narrative is kind of ruling the roost and keeping you from getting the help that you need. Number 3, that's your fill in the blank with father, mother, grandmother, uncle. In other words, authority figures are allowed to be abusive towards you, specifically those who are supposed to love and protect you and teach and train you for adult life. Number 4, she, he, they are wounded birds. In other words, hurt people are allowed to hurt people. Number 5, what do you mean? In life, or in the real world, or when I was growing up, ... insert condescending commentary. This is mockery, okay? It's invalidating. It, in essence, negates your experience as someone who has suffered from abuse, and especially when it involves family, people who are close to you, who are supposed to love you or who claim to love you. Number 6, and this is more of a gesture as opposed to a spoken narrative, but the shoulder shrug, silence, or a very slow head shake with a downward gaze. This is very alienating to a survivor. It's enabling behavior. It protects abusers And for truth tellers, it can be super frustrating, especially when you're trying to get to the bottom of things, trying to point things out or get answers to your questions about, okay, why is this way? Or why are these dynamics, why do these dynamics exist in our family? Or what's going on here? Number 7, what happens in this house stays in this house. Really? You mean sexual abuse, bullying, molestation? Really? If this isn't a red flag and a cry for help, I don't know what is, survivor. Let's recap the 7 boundary-busting narratives you've been told and sold which led you to tolerate narcissistic abuse. Number 1, that's nobody's business. Number 2, we're family. We've got to stick together. Number 3, that's your father, mother, grandmother, uncle. Number 4, she, he, they are wounded birds. Number 5, what do you mean? In life or in the real world or when I was growing up, insert condescending and validating remarks. Number 6, the shoulder shrug, silence, head shake with the downward gaze in response to your inquiries or bringing up or mentioning the toxic behavior going on in your environment. Number 7, what happens in this house stays in this house. Survivor, once you notice these narratives, you owe it to yourself and future generations to pivot, put up strong boundaries, and break the cycle. If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.